Today we're going over this X79 gamer build. I mean, it's older, DDR3, but it does have a whopping 8 cores on its E5-2667 version 2, 3.3 gigahertz processor. It also has a 256 gigabyte M.2 NVMe solid-state drive and a regular used 500 gigabyte hard drive for a little extra storage space. It has 16 gigabytes of DDR3 1333 registered ECC memory, and that was part of the reason why I put this system together in the first place, was just because I had 16 gigs of RAM lying around that I needed to use in something, and you know, registered ECC, you can only use it in certain systems. So this seemed like a good fit with the GTX 974 gigabyte. But anyways, so there is the Craigslist listing for the finished project, but we will click on the video here and see how it all went together. Yes, what do we have here? Do. That's all because I have this screen stretched out, and it's just like, boop. Okay, that's kind of better, I guess. Maybe. Oh, there we go. I think we were missing something. But look at me go there, slapping that RAM in. Oh my goodness. All 4 sticks that were just lying around, useless, until they went into this system here. Oh, and this one's all out of whack too. Look, I'm cutting my own head off here. It's just wonderful. Wonderful. And yeah, I thought I fixed this. Apparently I was wrong. Okay, but look, I got the CPU in there. Yes, I do. But first we'll talk about this motherboard that everything's going into. It's this beautiful X79 motherboard, LGA 2011, USB 2.0, SATA 3, supports registered memory, ECC, and processor E5. I'd imagine like the i7s that were the 2011 socket would probably work in there too. I'm just guessing, but they probably wouldn't be able to use the registered ECC memory. But yeah, not bad for 32 bucks. That's, I mean, with free shipping. It showed up, and this one was, I think the box was in, yeah, you can see the box is in a little bit better shape there. And some of the other ones we had, it looked like they were subjected to a street hockey game, just kind of chilling, you know, chilling. But anyways, let's see, where am I in this video here? Okay, I'm playing around with something. Oh yeah, putting in the M.2 NVMe ME, and this one was a super short one. So the motherboard didn't actually have the right bracket to use the included stuff to attach it. But that's why I made this little metal doohickey to hold it in place. That, you know, just kind of tucks it down in there. Gotta work with what you got. You know, sometimes you need to craft to get the job done. But anywho, here, let's see, we'll talk about this used NVMe ME drive that went in there. And that is, yeah, this little sucker here, Kiowaxa, or the Toshiba KBG40Z in S256GB. Yeah, but 13 bucks, and it's described as, what did they say here? Used, item removed from Dell manufactured refurbished laptop, never used. So it's kind of like the open box thing, you know. It's not new in packaging, but it was in a system. It never got used, and then it was pulled out of the system. So, all in all, not that bad. It's, better than your 2.5 SATAs or whatnot. But yeah, look at me go, adjusting that. This is when I found out that, yeah, I tied this in, because the first go around, I didn't have the right CPU cooler. So this is like I cut the video and then slipped this in there just because at the time when I first put stuff together, I had this big blocky AM3 cooler that did not fit in the circle. Trying to shove the square in the circle peg or something. Circle and square peg? Something like that. But anyhow, here is the CPU cooler. This is done. $14.11 off Amazon. Universal CPU cooler. It's only got the 3-pin fan, but notice that it does have 2 copper heat pipes, and that makes all the difference. As long as you get, that's what I've seen with these, even with like the next generation, the 2011-3 or whatever. As long as you got a tower cooler with a couple of heat pipes and the other one, was it 80mm fan, or that might be 120, I forget. Whatever it is, as long as you got the copper heat pipes, then it pretty much stays, you know. Definitely better than a lot of these coolers that you see in the, you know, the pre-built systems, like the Z240s or Z420s, I mean, or Z440s, and the Dell T5810 and other similar ones. Anyways, yeah, look at them. That's the one thing. I was using this old case here, and this showed me clearing out this old case. And it has a 650-watt power supply, but it is definitely older. I mean, it tests out fine, so I'm just using it in this system because, yeah, the power demand is pretty minimal in comparison. It's just a little over 400 watts when looking at the power supply calculator. But, yeah, it was another reuse of an older case, trying to keep them bastards out of the landfill. Yes, yes, yes. We don't want a bunch of old junk going in the landfill when we could, you know, use it to house new components. I mean, how many people say, I can turn a blind eye to something that's not brand spanking shiny new, no scratches, no scuffs, no scrapes. You know, it's like people. It's what's inside that counts, right? Anyways, yeah. So here I am working on this case, and that was the little boo-boo I had with this case. Taking the front off. It was, you know, you get used to having all the little plastic pegs that just pop out. So you just got to squeeze the 3 on the front, and then the whole front just pops off. Easy peasy. But this case additionally had like 2 screws on each side securing it. And yeah, I just tried to pop it off, and it snapped, the little bastard. Just look at that. I was able to secure it back in and just slap some black duct tape on the back. Like, whatever. It's, you know, it's an older case anyways, you know. It's holding together. Throw in some baling wire, and you really got it made. Now, duct tape, baling wire, but as long as you got, you know, an LED light on that sucker, it's ready to game. Yeah. But let's speed this up. I think I got kind of stuck here for a while. I was like, fuck, why'd I do that? God damn it. Anyways, so let's speed this sucker up. Here I go. Even more. Okay. There we go. Back to doing stuff. Look at that. Okay, putting the fan in. I got over my mistake. Okay. Get that fan in. But yeah, the CPU that went in there, it's the Xeon E5-2667 version 2. It's 3.3 gigahertz, it's 8 core, 16 thread. It came out in 2014, and it's like 130 watt. And yeah, it's got them on Passmark, the performance test. The multi-thread rating's like right above 12,000 or so, which when I did the test, it ended up lower, and that might be just a lot of times there's like different settings in the BIOS that you have to get just right to get the maximum like punch out of your CPU. And it's weird how like some like one of them's like C states, and that's just like when the processors automatically throttle down or something like that. But and the main ones, you want to definitely make sure you got your turbo mode turned on, if that's an option in there, and your hyper-threading, because if not, then you're not, you're not getting your maximum thread working on all your stuff. You're just getting your 8 cores. But you got that and the turbo on, it'll be pretty close. Not like you're overclocking the CPU or anything with that, but just as far as the standard BIOS features, you definitely want to have it turned on. But yeah, and look at mid 11,000s, 11,429 is what my Passmark test revealed, and I might have also been downloading Windows updates. That'll always put a hamper if you got that going in the background. You never know if you're doing something in the background. It's gonna distract your CPU or your computer from its full capability. So yeah, look at me go here. I got just about got the motherboard in, the graphics card in. Right now I'm putting in DVD drives to fill up the bays in the front, because it had like this case. Just it didn't have any fillers for like 2 of the 5.25 drive slots. So I was like, hey, we got old DVD drives lying around. We'll just throw those suckers in. At least won't be a void staring into the middle of the open computers. Looks better to have something there, even if it's not even in use. It's just a face of something. But then also, looking back to my benchmarks here, like the other thing is, like I still haven't got a replacement for my test monitor down there. So I'm running a 720p monitor, and that will reduce your score on at least this benchmark. I'd imagine others too, because then you're not able to run the benchmark at the desired screen resolution. So they penalize you for that. And like for this, the 3D Mark score ended up being mid 7,000s when it should be in the 9 to like 10 or even 11,000. These GTX 970 still get a pretty decent score right around 10,000 or so, just like a 1060, or higher than the RX 580 even, just for as far as the scores and stuff. It doesn't have the 8 gigs of VRAM that some of the 580s did. Anyways, look back at how my build thing is getting along there, huh? What am I doing here? Okay, now I'm circling around this computer, hovering around it just to check it out there. Okay, yep, there's all the stats up there. Got it done. I'm pretty sure after this we can go into a benchmark here. I just gotta resize this sucker because it decided to go huge. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Oh yeah. So yeah, running this very benchmark. These are the finished results of what it's doing on that screen right there. But yeah, all in all, a pretty affordable build there, because of like the E5-2667 version 2. They're like, I don't know, it was like 10 or 13 bucks. Oh, let's see here, how much was it? Yeah, $13.99. That's like not too bad for the performance, and it's still just about like first gen Ryzen 5, like Ryzen 5 1600, right about in there, you know. And the Ryzen might have a little bit more or higher single thread scores, but I don't think it was even too much like for that. So it's pretty capable little CPU there. Okay, and I think with that video is pretty much done there, huh? Yeah. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, there's the graphics card here. Like I forget exactly where I got this graphic. I might have got this one locally, but this was the models in there. It's like the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970 SSC, and yeah, pretty decent card. You know, the 970s, they do just. And occasionally I'll see a dead one lying around here and there, but for the most part they just keep ticking. It's pretty nifty how they just keep on going. But I think that is about all we have to talk about on this one. We'll go back through the main stats real quick. So the listings: the X79 Gamer, the new motherboard, and the relatively the new / open box M.2 solid state drive. That's good. But besides that, just like a bunch of used components thrown together to make a pretty functional, affordable little system here. But anyway, that's it for this episode, and we will see you later, folks. Adios.